What's up, DAC? Standing here on number 8 Gold. Give you guys another weekly construction update. So this week, some of the biggest priorities have been getting the greens constructed on the new holes, getting lateral irrigation lines going in the ground, finishing up existing bunkers, running cart path on several more holes. Again, kind of like my other updates, there's a lot going on at the same time. But overall, we've had a really good week and making progress. So let's bounce around to a few holes and we'll show you what's going on. While we're here on number 8, you can see behind me, crews are putting our first lateral irrigation lines in. If you may remember last week, we talked about the connection we had to make across the driving range. That connection was critical in order to connecting all this underground stuff to water. And now that we have that, the crews are really shifting gears and working on getting sprinkler heads actually in the ground, flushing lines, that kind of thing, as quickly as possible. All right, standing here on number 5 Gold tees, and you can really start to see the new greens complex behind me start to take shape. Got several bunkers around it, brought in a tremendous amount of dirt on the back left side to really kind of mound that up and help screen it from the houses behind. We're also going to be leveling these tee boxes, but they're going to stay roughly in the same spot. You can also see a lot of changes to this pond behind me. We've actually brought it in quite a bit, and as we look over here towards 6 tees, you can notice a couple of very large drain pipes. We brought a tremendous amount of dirt again down from number 6, filled that area, and that's going to allow us to make the new tee boxes on 6 and also have a little more room to route that cart path around. But really, again, starting to take shape. Just try to keep it rocking and rolling. Okay, over here on number 7 Gold now, I want to give you all a little insight into greens construction and how this process works. So basically what the crew's doing here is creating the greens cavity. I'm standing in the subgrade, and one of the things most golfers may not realize is this is an extremely important part of the process because the subgrade needs to match almost exactly what the finished grade or what you're going to put on is. So basically everything flows together. It's really important in terms of drainage and keeping our air to soil water ratio just right. Crews are really working hard to get this done on all the new greens so we can get closer to getting these things ready to plant actually here in about 5 or 6 weeks. So around the new greens, you'll see these grade stakes. And basically what Chet and the construction crew does, Chet starts with a contour map, draws the stuff on paper, and they come out in the field, set some benchmarks, start in the center of the green, and work their way out all the way around the ridge using a laser to shoot these grades. So this is 28.5, which is exactly 15 inches from the bottom of the subgrade. And that's basically kind of the guide that the guys will use as they start finishing the subgrade out and then adding a layer of gravel at about 4 inches, and then our greens mix up to another 12 inches. Here on 16 Gold, behind me you can see the Dozer, which is shaping out the greens complex, and a nice steep slope coming down. That's where the old bunkers were on number 17. So Chet's got us flattening that down, getting it nice and smooth. It'll be kind of fairway height, so if you try to go for it in 2 or spin the ball off the green, there's a good chance it'll likely go back in the pond. The rest of this hole, most of the dirt work is done. We got some shaping to do on the left side as you play the hole. We've got irrigation laid out, got the cart path laid out, and this hole will really start coming to life here in the next over the next 2 to 3 weeks. All right, y'all may remember Chet's last video where he gave you a good rundown of the 17th hole. That's where we are right now, standing in the creek. So if you miss right on this green, this is where you're going to end up, short and right or long right. We're now standing in the new water feature, which is really starting to take shape, working on getting the right pumps for it and getting everything graded. One of the cool things too is this waterfall slash flowing creek will also be really visible from the 13th green. One of the big priorities over the last couple of weeks has been cart paths. We've now got cart paths poured on holes 1 through 3, including the back of the driving range tee behind number 2 tee box, and most of 8 through 15 as well. Behind me, crews are working on number 18, and we're just going to keep this progress going. Well, again, appreciate everybody's patience. This is an exciting project. We're getting closer. Still have a long ways to go, but overall things are going good. We are going to be starting to resurface the existing greens, meaning that once that starts, we won't have any greens on the golf course to play on. But that should start within the next 2 weeks. So for now, for this weekend, we're planning on having at least holes 1, 9, 10, 11, and 12 still open on the gold. But this will likely be the last weekend for that as we start getting into more of the heavy construction on greens. Check back for more information. Again, appreciate everybody. Thank you.